So hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us in the live, and welcome to all those viewing the recording. I'm Cassandra Paulina, your facilitator today. And in this class, we're going through breathing right to boost metabolism. And we just wanted to state that in today's class specifically, we're going to be doing some deep breathing and some fast breaths as well. So to be seated for this one, if you happen to get lightheaded or dizzy at any point in time, stop the breath practice and just go back to your natural breath. We also, of course, recommend for that very reason having a glass of water handy. And you might also want to have a tissue handy for this one as well, simply because we are going to be doing such deep breathing through our nostrils that should you need a tissue, you're going to have one. Next up, for this one, we're going to practice 3 particular types of breath work. And hopefully my internet will be fantastic for this. I noticed that I just lost the connection. I hope everyone else is all right and that you're still hearing me and that we're still here. So first and foremost, anything that you do with deep diaphragmatic breaths or even just long diaphragmatic breaths is going to automatically help boost your metabolism. It's going to bring more oxygen in, more oxygen into your cells, more oxygen into your body, and that's just going to speed up everything. Once everything gets oxygenated itself, it increases the cellular function, and that in itself offers the metabolism increase, the boost. Now, the more you can get in, the more, it's the same way as when you're doing exercises, but you can increase metabolism, you can burn more calories just by practicing doing deeper and even faster breath work patterns. So as we begin, take a seat, get yourself comfortable. For this one, if you wanted to lay down, you could, but just to get started, let's start it with being seated. And we're going to do it first and foremost, focusing on our abdomen, because we want to breathe from that diaphragm. So I want you to just put your hands here, just take that deep breath in from your belly. And I want you to feel that between your rib cage and your upper abdomen, that's what's moving. And in that same regard, I want you now to take a deep breath in through your nose. We're just going to do this through our nose. And as you push out, that's exactly what I want you to do. Push out. And as you are doing that, I want you to tighten those abdominal muscles. See how big that got? See how small that got? So it's really that expansion and contraction in our diaphragm. That's going to do a few things, because now it's actually become an exercise in addition to the deep breathing. So now we're working 2 benefits here at the same time to really help boost that metabolism, increase the oxygen intake into us. We're actually burning more calories. There are methods for breathing to lose weight and actually to lose belly fat even. So as we're doing this, and we're like, I'm boosting my metabolism, I'm also feeding. There's so many benefits to this deep breathing, activating your systems, increasing your circulatory system, improving it. Also thyroid function, your immune system response, your lymphatic system as well. So we have all of these health benefits that will follow through with this. Hello, thank you. Welcome for joining us. Again, as I had mentioned before, we're just going to do this as a little prop. Just please be seated during this one. If you want to, you could possibly lay down, have a glass of water handy. If you get lightheaded at all or get dizzy during this, that's why you should be seated for one. Please stop the deep breath, go back to your natural breath, and just perhaps count. A nice little count from 10 backwards to 1 to just get you recentered and refocused again. Hello, thank you so much for joining us in the live. And again, we're going to state this again because it's so important. I want to make sure that everyone is seated, not standing. Should you get dizzy or lightheaded whilst we are doing the deep breath work exercises, have a glass of water handy, have tissue handy. And as we are breathing, if you have any issues, stop the deep breathing, go to your straight natural breath. And if you're having any issues because it can make your head spin. Just try to focus on counting backwards from 10 to 1. Okay, those are my tools. It's the last time I'm going to go through them, hopefully. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Let's get ready to breathe right and boost our metabolism. So we're starting off with just deep diaphragmatic breaths. And I just want you to breathe in and out through only your nose and feel that breath. You can put your hands on your rib cage. And I want you to look at my face while you're doing this. Watch my nose and watch my neck. So you're going to see as I'm breathing in how strong that breath is. So as you breathe in nice and strong, that deep breath in, you're going to see those nostrils come in, and you're going to feel that tightening coming up in your neck. Your tongue is going to go against the roof of your mouth, and you're going to tighten those abdominals. And as you breathe out, all the same thing. You're feeling that tightness. And just turn up the sides of your mouth while you're doing this, because you're going to find that it's great for your face as well. This gets us started now. We're going to take now a little longer, a little deeper. As much as you can get in there. Then you're emptying all that out. So for this breath, we want it from the diaphragm. We're not interested in expanding the lungs at this point in time. Only the diaphragm. This is the one that gets us really started. And now we're going to change it. So as we breathe in, we're going to breathe out through our mouth, through pursed lips. Breathe in through the nose. Now watch my mouth. It's almost like as if I'm smiling as I breathe in. Breathing out. All that's coming from the diaphragm. Breathing in. Now we're going to change that just a little bit. I'm going to change that a lot, actually. So as we breathe in, we're going to take some puffs. So breathe in. It's like we're trying to get in more air. Breathe out. And we want to puff out, just getting out all that, emptying it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, I'm going to take 2 puffs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2 puffs. Breathe out. 2 puffs. So you're blowing those 2 in, puffing those 3. Now, up to 3. Breathe out. Breathe in. Puff. Breathe out. Now, if you really want to turn this into a great exercise, we're going to move our hands. We're going to just make gentle fists. We're just going to rest our knuckles on one another. You're going to push in. So breathe in. And as you do those puffs, punch, punch, push, 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 press, press. And as you breathe out, push. You know, it's really, you're going to find this is just such an amazing workout. Everyone should be doing this. And breathe out. Breathe in. Puff, puff. Breathe out. Breathe in. 3 puffs. Breathe out. Breathe in. Puff. Breathe out. Now go ahead and do 2 breaths like this, rounds on your own. Feeling those breaths come in really deep from your diaphragm. You should be feeling like you're getting an abdominal workout, like when you do breath of fire in yoga. Now, I'm just going to do this. Look how much I'm moving. You should be getting hot from doing this. And one last time. And relax. You just shake out those arms as you give the, maybe roll your shoulders. Now, how are you feeling? I've broken out in a sweat, to be honest with you. That is really boosting. How do you know you boost your metabolism? Well, that's how. You really increased all the energy and the oxygen in, but you've increased your metabolism so much, just like as if you'd gone for a run, sitting right here at home with these breath exercises. This is just an added bonus. You'll find that if you're going to do these breathwork exercises anyway and you're seated, well, why not get some arm workout in there? Because you're getting this amazing abdominal workout. And you might find that you have sore abdominal muscles tomorrow. You might also find, if you keep this one really tight while you're doing that you're also going to have sore chest and arm muscles, maybe even in your back, because you're working those muscles. Unless you go to the gym and lift weights and do crunches, it's like, otherwise, these are things that typically we just don't use in everyday life. And so as we're working them, you're now finding, look, I'm exercising. So now as we come through, we're just going to take some nice deep breaths. Remember those big, deep, long diaphragmatic breaths. This time we can go in and out through only our nose. And I really want you to feel that tightening as you expand on that breath in, and as you exhale. I really want the contraction, that tightening of the abdominals, the tightening of that diaphragm as you're pushing out all that air. Breathing in. We're getting just such a great workout here, in addition to getting in all that oxygen, in addition to boosting that metabolism, while you're doing this fantastic deep breathing. Breathing in and out, tightening those abdominals. And now we're going to take slower breath. We just want to slow this down just ever so slightly. Longer, slower. Get that habit. Now, once you've got that rhythm, longer and slower, in a good way, just like we did in the last class. Good ways, when you put your hand on your chest and you put one hand on your abdominal area, your hand on your chest should remain still, while this is the one that should lift, should rise and fall with the breath. Now, let's now breathe in through our nose, nice deep breath in, and let's breathe out through those pursed lips again. Breathe in. And out. More energy, faster metabolism, even lowers blood pressure. Breathing in. You don't have to keep your hands here. That's just your guide to let you know that you are doing it right. Breathing in. You can rest your hands on your lap if you want. And out. Breathing in and out. In and out. Really tightening those muscles. Really thinking as you're pulling that abdominal, pulling the belly button towards the spine as you exhale through those pursed lips. Breathing in deeply, slowly, and out. This is just good diaphragmatic breathing. And right here, this breath right here is the key to what starts it all. And you could do a meditation with it. You can do this while you're at work. You can do this while you're cooking. You can do this in the bathroom. You can do this in the shower. And once you're doing this, to really do the boosting of metabolism, to reap all the benefits of it, you want to do it for about 10 minutes. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. You can close your eyes now for this one as you're doing it. It's simple, it's easy, it's unforgettable. Deep inhale, long and slow through the nose. Long exhale, tightening those abdominals through pursed lips, through the mouth. It's just constant rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Continue breathing like this. Just going to do this for another minute or two. Nice, long, slow breath in. Nice, long, slow breath out. The deep diaphragmatic breath is the key. Once we get really comfortable with it, making it our natural way of breathing, we start reaping all the benefits of it. So as we're doing this now, we're going to start to breathe in and out through only our nose again. Still keeping that tight. Still as though you're bringing that abdomen, the diaphragm, in towards the spine. You want to hear your breath. Now, keeping it from the diaphragm, we're going to just calm the depth in which we're breathing. feeling it just become a little more relaxed with each breath you take. Still working that diaphragm though. Just slower. Calmer. Now we're going to give ourselves a little rest here for about 30 seconds. Go to a natural breath before we begin the next one. And the reason we are taking a pause during this one is simply because the next breath is going to be a lot stronger. It's a fast, harder breath, so get yourself prepared for that as you don't get nervous. And this one, if you have done the breath of fire in yoga, it'll seem similar to that. And what we're going to want from this is like a pumping as we're breathing, and we really want to see that abdominal area move, because that's where it's all going to come from. And so as we're doing this, my mouth is open. You're breathing that, so you're going to breathe it, and it's as though we are getting a combination of nose and mouth. So you want to make sure your mouth is open, so that way that breath can come out. Pumping it in through your nose and letting it go through your mouth. And as we're doing that, now is a good time if you want to put even those claw hands on your abdominal area as you're doing this. And so some recommend in this one that you should actually be standing and bent over forward for anyone who's done our Tibetan rites with us. And you'll notice that there's something that you do with a deep breath work in this. Really helps to work your entire diaphragmatic area. Also helps work the digestive system too. But right now we're interested in boosting metabolism. So as we're breathing, we're sniffing through that nose nice and hard, and you're just letting it out through your mouth, as though you're puffing through that. And if you were to look down at your belly, but though we do want you to keep a nice straight face, but if you were to look down, you're almost getting a wave in that abdominal breath. So we're going to do this for 2 minutes, and not anything more than that, because it's a hard breath. And it's the same way if you were doing rounds of the breath of fire, you do it for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. They don't really recommend more than 5. So we're just going to do 2 minutes. So get yourself ready and breathe. Thirty seconds. If you need to take a pause, you do. One minute in. If you need to stop or slow it, feel free. You just minute and a half, 30 seconds left to go. And 2 minutes, take a nice deeper breath in and out. Deeper breath in and out. Deeper breath in and out. Now, keep a nice deep breath in. Hold that for a moment and release. Nice deep breath in and out. Nice long breath in and out. Now we're just going to take us back into just a nice, long, slow, controlled, deep diaphragmatic breath. Breathing in and out, thrown in the nose. Allow yourself to breathe like this. Letting your system come back a little more into its center, calming. Now, into the nose and out through the mouth with pursed lips, still even and slow. Keeping it still on that diaphragm. Nice deep breath in. This time we're going to hold it again for a second. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Now, I'm going to take 3 breaths, and I want you to expand now from both the lungs and the diaphragm. Bringing it in. Fill up the air in your lungs. Fill it up your diaphragm. And then emptying it all out through your mouth. Breathing in through our nose. Filling up the chest, the lungs, filling up the diaphragm and abdomen. And emptying all that air out, exhaling through the mouth. Breathing in again. And emptying it all out. And back to a natural breath. So we hope you felt the benefits of that. We hope that you will certainly practice some of those on your own. You'll notice that the certain breath work really got you hot and worked up your energy. One of them in particular is the breathing with the 3 puffs. That one really burns calories. It really boosts your metabolism, but it also, especially if you use the arm clinch with it and the smile on your face, getting all these things tightened. If you choose, you're already working your abdominals. If you choose, you could be in a standing position as well. And when you are, Hold a Kegel exercise. So get yourself in a nice stance and just hold a standing Kegel with that. Tighten up your lower area and your buttocks too. So you can just tighten up your whole system while you're working that. You're just going to find that that helps burn as you work your way through. And then every time you're just tightening that whole thing, every time you're breathing out, you're releasing, you're letting that system, and then tightening again as you come up. And you're just going to find that just really works. It's going to start pumping everything, not just the oxygen, but also the circulatory system, just pumping that all the way through, right from your toes, right to the top of your head. So we hope that you enjoyed this. We hope that you boosted your metabolism, that you can feel the benefits right away from it, and that you'll join us again in our next class. It's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for being here.